It is the Daily Dose here on Sportsnet. Eric Engels joining myself, Faizal Khamisa Eric. Game 5, Vegas Golden Knights, Montreal Canadiens series going back to Sin City. We don't know who's going to start in net for the Golden Knights. Does Leonard in net change Montreal's offensive approach in any way?
I don't think it changes anything. The Canadiens have been so focused on their game about shutting down the middle of the ice, playing as a five-man unit, playing the way Dominic Ducharme wants them to, and Luke Richardson appears to be getting them to play in that way. They can't change anything at this point. They have a recipe that's gotten them this far in the playoffs, and they need to stick to it.
I know a lot of people are clamoring for change within the referees and how games are being officiated right now. We won't really delve too deeply into that. I'll just ask it like this. Does playoff refereeing change Montreal's approach at all?
Not really. They've out-hit the Vegas Golden Knights through most of this series. I think they found a way to remain composed despite the officiating being a complete embarrassment through games 3 and 4. It would be hard for me to do if I was a player. I can't imagine. I'm sure there were times where tempers ran hot, but it seems as though in game 4, the Canadiens were willing to skate through that. They played a tremendous game. They were rewarded. Robin Leonard was fantastic. I think having that experience and being able to shelve it, it's important. The minute you start getting frustrated and focusing your energy on something that's not the game is the minute you end up getting scored on. And I think Luke Richardson put it perfectly. We're going to control what we can control. It's been a motto for the Canadiens and probably most sports teams going back, 100 years. They can't control what happens with the officials, but they will do their best to play within the rules and try to draw penalties by dominating play like they did in game 4.
Hey, maybe they were just a little motivated from their GM Mark Bergevin coming down and giving them an inspiring speech. We saw a clip of his game 3 speech revealed online. Again, I got to say, I was pretty fired up about that. How often does he do things like this, or does he save it for big moments?
Yeah, I don't think it would resonate quite as much if he did it all the time, but it was a big moment with Dominic Ducharme sent home. Obviously, it was a huge moment for a leader of the Canadiens to step in and for the GM to do it and deliver that message. And I thought the message was perfectly on point. You're doing it for the guy next to you. You're doing it for everyone in here. And the rallying around this group and how together they are as a team is perhaps the most evident thing throughout this playoff run. Everyone wants to know how the Canadiens got here. This is a team sport and they play it like a team and they all have sacrifice for each other. And it's funny, I've received tons of messages from friends who are lifelong Canadiens fans, and a lot of them are saying this is one of the most likable teams that they can remember. And I think about all the guys who have struggled to score goals at times or struggled to score points or gone through tough times in Montreal. And I've always said the same thing. Canadiens fans will always love you if you give your heart and soul, if you try as hard as you can every night. And look at a guy like Brendan Gallagher, who's done a great job defensively, but hasn't scored a lot of goals. You don't hear everyone around town saying, man, Gallagher is really not. Everyone is loving the way he's playing. So it's a sample of just what it is here. And I thought Bergevin gave a really inspiring speech and will make the team that much more likable when the fans watch something like that.
Well, I know the fans are going to be on edge tonight, as they are every game. Game 5, Habs, Golden Knights going down from Vegas. Eric, appreciate your time as always. Thanks for this.
Thank you.